You spent 2 hours this week trying to come up with content ideas. You Googled, you scrolled, you checked what your competitors posted, and then you looked at your blank document and thought, I have no idea what to say. And the worst part? You have posted. You've put content out there, and most of it gets ignored. Not because it was bad, but because you were always too late. You were showing up with last month's trend in this month's feed. What if I told you there is a completely free tool, built by Pinterest, used by fewer than 1% of business owners, that shows you exactly what your audience is going to search for in the next 60 to 90 days? Before it goes viral on Instagram, before it blows up on TikTok, before your competitors even know it exists. That tool is Pinterest Trends. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to use it, step by step, so you never stare at a blank content calendar again. Stay through to the end. I'll also show you the 3 mistakes that make this tool useless. And most people are making at least 2 of them. Here's what I want you to understand before we touch the tool. The content problem most business owners have is not a creativity problem. It is not a budget problem. It is not even a time problem, although it sure feels that way. It is a timing problem. Full stop. Think about the last time you sat down to plan content. You probably opened Instagram or TikTok, scrolled until something caught your eye, and thought, okay, I could do something like that. So you created your version of it and posted it a few days later. But here's what actually happened. The post you used as inspiration, that creator filmed it 3 weeks ago. The trend behind it, that peaked 5 days after it went live. By the time you posted your version, the algorithm had already seen 10,000 variations of that idea. You weren't early. You weren't even on time. You were the echo. And here's what makes this brutal. The algorithm doesn't care that your content was good. It cares about velocity, how fast engagement builds. If you're posting a dead trend, even a beautifully produced video gets no push. The algorithm sees it as old news and buries it. So the fix is not to post more. It is not to buy better equipment. The fix is to get upstream of the trend cycle, to see what is rising before it rises. And that is exactly what Pinterest Trends lets you do. Here is the reason Pinterest specifically. Most platforms show you what is trending right now, which means it already peaked. Pinterest is different. Its users are planners. Over 550 million of them, actively searching for what they want to do, buy, and build, sometimes 6 to 12 months before they do it. That forward-looking behavior makes Pinterest a leading indicator. What starts trending on Pinterest today shows up everywhere else in 60 to 90 days. That gap is your competitive edge. Let's use it. All right, let's walk through this. There are 2 ways to reach Pinterest Trends. If you already have a Pinterest business account, go to Analytics in the top nav and click Trends. Or just go directly to pinterest.com/trends. Link is in the description. Do you need a business account? You can browse trends without one. But a business account unlocks the full filter set, and without those filters, this tool is about 60% less useful. It's free, it takes 3 minutes to create at business.pinterest.com, and there is 0 reason not to have one. Before you search a single thing, set your filters. Right here at the top, country, age range, gender. These are not decorative. They are the difference between relevant data and useless noise. Set your country to your primary market. If your audience is in the US, UK, Canada, or Australia, pick that country. Set age range to match who you actually sell to. If you are targeting business owners, 25 to 44 is your sweet spot. Gender you can leave broad unless your niche skews hard one way. One more thing on filters. The same keyword can be a fast-rising trend in the US and completely flat in Australia. Geography changes everything. Always set country first every single time you open this tool. Okay, search bar. This is where most people burn the tool in the first 30 seconds. Watch this. Someone searches marketing. Look at what Pinterest gives them. That graph is telling you nothing useful. That is a term so broad it has been searched consistently for years. There is no directional signal. You cannot see what is rising versus what is plateauing. You cannot find an opportunity in that noise. Now watch what happens when you search something like email list building for coaches. See that slope? That is a story. That is data you can actually act on. And the rule that gets you here every time is simple: 3 to 5 word phrases in your customer's language. Not your industry jargon, not the headline terms you see everywhere. The specific words your customer types at 11 p.m. when they are trying to solve a problem. There are 3 graph shapes you need to know. The first is the early climb. That's a gradual, consistent upward slope over 3 to 4 weeks. Interest is growing, but the topic hasn't hit mainstream yet. This is your signal. Post now. This is your 60 to 90-day head start. The second is the spike. A sharp vertical jump that has already occurred and is leveling or dropping. The peak has passed. You can still ride the long tail. Deep dive content still captures search traffic. But the explosive moment is gone. The third is the flat line. Stable or declining for months. Saturated topic or simply not relevant to Pinterest's user base. Skip it. No opportunity here, move on. The early climb is what you are hunting every single week. That gentle, consistent rise over 3 to 4 weeks, that is a trend building before it becomes obvious. That is your window to create content, publish it, and let it compound while everyone else is still asleep on the idea. Now here is a feature almost no one uses. Pinterest Trends lets you compare up to 5 keywords on the same graph at once. Now I can see all 3 phrases simultaneously. Which one is climbing fastest? Which one has already peaked? Which one is dead? In about 20 seconds, I have my content priority order for the next 4 weeks. Lead with the climber. Support it with the near peak. Ignore the flat one entirely. That is your editorial hierarchy, built from real demand data, in under a minute. Okay. I want to show you the feature that most people walk right past. Scroll down below the search bar, and you will see a section called Trending Searches. Notice what is different here. In the search bar, you put in a keyword and see if it is trending. In this section, Pinterest is coming to you. It is handing you a ranked list of what is actively accelerating right now. Organized by category. Not what is popular, what is accelerating. Those are not the same thing. Click into whatever category is closest to your audience. What you get is a live, ranked list of rising search terms. Real phrases. Real people. Typed in this week. In 2026, you might see things like solo entrepreneur daily systems, faceless content strategy for business owners, AI tools for content repurposing, passive income for service providers, brand identity refresh checklist. Every single one of those is a content idea sitting right there, with demand already behind it. And if you are reading this list and your competitors are not, you have a 60 to 90-day head start on everyone. Here is the habit I want you to build from this. Every Monday morning, before you open your email, before you open Instagram, spend 10 minutes on this page. That's it. 10 minutes. Step 1. Open Pinterest Trends. Set your filters. Step 2. Go to Trending Searches. Click into your category. Step 3. Screenshot the top 10 rising terms. Step 4. Match each one to a content pillar you already own. That is your content brief for the week. No guessing. No scrolling for inspiration. No copying whoever posted last Tuesday. You are reading the market and creating ahead of it. That one habit, done consistently, is worth more than any content course you will ever buy. Knowing a trend is rising is half the job. The other half is turning that insight into content that actually performs. And this is exactly where people fumble it. They see the trend, they create a generic post about it. They wonder why it still gets no traction. The reason is this: a trend is not a content idea. A trend is a signal. You still have to build the idea around it, and you need a framework to do that consistently and fast. I call mine TACO. T is for title around the trend. Use the exact trending phrase, or a very close variation, in your title, headline, and caption. Pinterest is a search engine. YouTube is a search engine. Google is a search engine. If Brand Identity Refresh 2026 is trending and your title says, "How I Updated My Brand Look," the algorithm cannot connect you to the demand. Use their words, not yours. A is for angle with a strong opinion. Do not just cover the trend, take a clear, defensible position on it. Why every business owner is getting their brand wrong in 2026 outperforms brand identity tips for 2026 every single time. Opinion creates engagement. Generic coverage creates scroll past. This is the line between a channel people follow and a channel they visit once. C is for create for your platform. Pinterest is your research tool, not your publishing home. Your content belongs where your audience already lives: YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, email. A trending Pinterest search about content batching systems becomes a YouTube walkthrough, an Instagram carousel of 8 steps, a LinkedIn post about your Monday workflow. One trend, multiple formats, one content session. O is for optimize timing and distribution. Publish while the trend is still in the climb phase, not after the spike. And the moment you publish, go wide. Drop the Pinterest pin, post the Instagram version, schedule the YouTube upload. The window is short, one piece of content, every channel, published while the trend is still early. That is how you get algorithm push across multiple platforms simultaneously. Title around the trend, angle with a strong opinion. Create for your platform, optimize your timing, TACO. Run one trending keyword through that framework every single week, and you will have a content calendar that is consistently ahead of the market. Not chasing it, not imitating it, ahead of it. I told you? At the start, I would show you the 3 mistakes. Here they are. Mistake 1. Searching too broadly. One-word searches give you noise. 2-word searches give you averages. 3 to 5-word phrases give you signal. The narrower your search, the more specific the audience behind it, and the more specific the content you can create for them. Productivity is not a useful search. Productivity systems for ADHD entrepreneurs is. That second one tells you exactly who is searching, what they need, and what angle to take. The first one tells you nothing. Go narrow, every time. Mistake 2, chasing the spike. A spike looks exciting. The line goes vertical and your brain says, that is a hot topic, I need to get on that. But by the time you see a spike, that window has already closed. The algorithm has already served that topic to millions of people. You can still pick up some long-tail search traffic, but the explosive reach moment is gone. What you want is the early climb, that slow, consistent upward slope that started 3 or 4 weeks ago and hasn't blown up yet. That is the window. Do not confuse excitement with opportunity. A spike is a signal that you are already too late. Mistake 3. Using Pinterest trends in isolation. Pinterest trends is your starting signal. It is not your only signal. Before you build a whole content piece around a trend, spend 3 minutes cross-referencing it. Check the same keyword on Google Trends. Is it climbing there too? Search it on YouTube. Are new videos getting traction? Look for it on Reddit. Are people in your audience's communities already talking about it? When a trend appears early on Pinterest and is also rising on Google, and also generating Reddit conversations, that is what I call a convergence signal. That is your triple confirmed green light. That is the one you clear your calendar for. That is your next piece of content. Here is your homework. Right now, before you close this tab, open pinterest.com/trends. Set your filters, go to trending searches. Pick one term that is early climb in your category. Write your next piece of content around it. That is it. One term, one content piece. Publish this week, before your competitors find it. If you do that and you notice a difference in your reach or your engagement, come tell me in the comments. What trend did you find? What did you create? What happened? I read every comment on this channel, and I genuinely want to know. And if this changed how you think about finding content ideas, hit subscribe. This is what I do here every single week. Free tools, clear frameworks, real strategy for business owners who are done guessing and ready to build something that actually grows. The next video right there shows you how to take everything from today and build a full 30-day content calendar in under an hour, using only free tools. Watch that one next.